Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your go-to destination for authentic updates, economic breakdowns, and the latest movements surrounding Iraq's currency reform. Whether you're someone closely following the Iraqi dinar or newly exploring what this shift could mean for global finance, this update marks a critical turning point. With sweeping changes now underway, today's development could signal the beginning of a major financial reset within Iraq, one with lasting ripple effects. Let's walk you through exactly what's happening, why now, and what this could mean for both Iraqi citizens and international currency holders. The Central Bank of Iraq has formally launched the long-anticipated exchange initiative targeting the 25,000 and 50,000 dinar notes. These large denominations, once essential to everyday commerce during periods of inflation and instability, are being officially retired. Citizens across the country are now authorized to exchange these older bills at approved banks and certified currency exchange centers. This step isn't merely logistical. It represents a deeper economic strategy tied to stability, modernization, and future monetary sovereignty. For many years, these high-value bills served as tools of convenience, enabling large purchases in a cash-based society. But their prevalence also had unintended consequences. Over time, they encouraged inflation, enabled under-the-table market activities, and became a target for counterfeiters. The central bank is now drawing a firm line. By eliminating these oversized notes, they're reinforcing tighter control over the money supply, enhancing transparency, and signaling a renewed commitment to long-term economic stability. The decision isn't random. It comes at a time when Iraq is facing mounting pressure to protect its fiscal outlook. During 2024, oil exports still made up 91% of the country's $117 billion 0-cents federal budget. Though slightly lower than the 95% dependency seen in previous years, the drop reflects only modest diversification, with oil prices currently hovering around $68.65 per barrel, far below the $84.00 Iraq requires to avoid a budget deficit. The need for structural reform has become urgent. That urgency is what's fueling the present currency overhaul. Replacing these large bills with newer, lower denominations equipped with updated security features is a smart step toward financial integrity. Each revised note incorporates advanced anti-counterfeit measures and refined designs, making them harder to replicate and easier to manage. Iraqis participating in this exchange are advised to act quickly. This is a time-limited window, and once it closes, those older notes may no longer be accepted. And with scams already reported across several provinces, the government urges citizens to only use licensed facilities for any transaction. Care must also be taken in the physical condition of the notes. Damaged, torn, or stained currency might be declined, so people are being told to check their bills before heading to an exchange counter. But again, this isn't simply about swapping old paper for new. It's about restoring confidence in the system, both domestically and internationally. Years of political instability and inflation had chipped away at trust in the dinar. This modernization effort is a public demonstration that Iraq is ready to take control of its economic future. Moving away from large cash holdings also has broader implications. It encourages Iraqis to re-enter the formal banking system, helping government officials better monitor financial activity, reduce corruption, and boost tax revenue collection. It's also expected to lay the foundation for future digital banking and payment systems. With public trust on the rise, Iraqis are more inclined to save, spend, and invest, fueling growth across local industries. Consider Ahmed, a small shop owner in Baghdad. He'd been holding on to large stacks of 25,000 dinar notes, unsure of what might happen. Now that the official exchange has begun, he feels confident enough to deposit his savings in a bank and reinvest in his business. Stories like his are playing out all over Iraq, as small and mid-sized business owners find themselves newly empowered by a sense of economic direction. This isn't just a bureaucratic operation, it's a reset of momentum. As capital re-enters the formal system, lending may increase. That opens the door for entrepreneurs to launch new ventures, generate employment, and expand productivity. The central bank views this as one piece of a broader financial reconstruction plan. Their long-term vision is for the Iraqi dinar to reclaim its place as the primary transactional currency in the country. At present, the US dollar dominates day-to-day exchanges, but phasing out outdated notes is part of a larger effort to elevate the dinar and reclaim national monetary identity. If this effort is carried through successfully, Iraq could see a revival in its financial independence. Reducing dependency on foreign currencies for local trade and contracts strengthens domestic resilience. With the dinar as the foundation for economic activity, the nation can better withstand global market shocks and external price fluctuations. A clearer understanding of what it means to elevate the dinar as the base currency is important. In forex terms, the base currency is the one against which others are measured. Currently, the standard pair is USD/IQD, meaning the US dollar sets the exchange benchmark. Should Iraq shift that dynamic, the dinar could become the central reference for conversions. This would give Iraq greater leverage in managing its monetary policy, lessen its reliance on foreign reserves, and promote a stronger financial identity. To complement these reforms, Iraq is implementing a groundbreaking digital currency tracking system known as DNA. This technology is engineered to follow the life cycle of every bill in circulation. With this, the government can identify irregularities, detect fraud more swiftly, and disrupt counterfeiting operations at the source. The DNA system essentially provides traceability for physical currency, an important leap toward banking transparency and regulatory control. Financial analysts believe it could also serve as a platform for more advanced financial instruments, including smart contracts and digital ID-based transactions. By introducing this level of surveillance and security, Iraq is positioning itself alongside countries that follow international banking standards. This makes it easier to attract foreign capital and prevent domestic wealth from being funneled into offshore havens. Iraq's financial ecosystem becomes more trustworthy when every dinar in circulation is accounted for and traceable. That credibility is essential, especially when courting global investment and preparing the groundwork for broader economic reforms. So how will this impact the average citizen? For most Iraqis, the changes could mean greater access to services that have long been out of reach. Improved banking confidence leads to increased deposits, and that in turn makes lending more feasible. More citizens may qualify for home loans, business financing, or education support. Credit becomes cheaper and more widely available. This can enable families to dream bigger, whether that's buying property, starting a business, or funding medical care. These aren't abstract possibilities. They're tangible goals now being made more realistic by currency modernization. The psychological effect of a stable, reliable currency is powerful. When people believe in their money, they believe in their future. Iraq has the chance to rebuild that confidence by showing that the government is actively addressing the root causes of economic instability. This is more than just a money swap. It's an invitation for Iraqis to participate in a stronger financial future. Internationally, this move sends an important message. Iraq is shedding its image as an oil-dependent, crisis-prone state and stepping forward with initiatives that reflect modernization and foresight. Foreign investors are taking notice. The shift to a cleaner, more stable currency system invites multinationals to revisit Iraq as a destination for business. Companies may start writing contracts in dinars instead of dollars. Regional trade relationships could evolve as trust in Iraq's financial system builds. This won't happen overnight, but the conditions are starting to form. The currency exchange also acts as a statement of intent. Iraq is aiming for re-entry into global economic systems, not just as a supplier of oil, but as a country with a functional, credible financial structure. Naturally, such a major transformation won't come without challenges. One major concern is outreach. Many rural and underserved communities may not have timely access to the necessary infrastructure to participate in the exchange. If information doesn't reach them quickly, they risk being left behind. Additionally, fraud remains a major concern. Con artists are already targeting vulnerable Iraqis by offering false promises of premium exchange rates or fake bank credentials. The government must move swiftly with mass awareness campaigns through television, social media, and local broadcasts to ensure everyone understands the process. Clear communication and consistent messaging are crucial. A failure here could seriously damage public confidence just as it's beginning to recover. Inflation is another key variable. While these changes are designed to improve monetary stability, the rollout must be carefully timed. Releasing too much new currency into the market all at once could trigger inflationary pressures. The central bank will need to tightly regulate the supply of new bills, monitor the pace of bank lending, and work in partnership with international financial institutions to maintain purchasing power. The good news is, early signs suggest a methodical approach is being followed. Iraq is reportedly coordinating closely with international advisors to ensure the exchange adheres to global best practices. If that pace is maintained, the move could bring about a controlled and positive transformation, one that avoids the economic turbulence that so often follows currency reform in fragile states. But success will depend entirely on how well these next steps are handled. Looking ahead, the government is expected to share more specifics in the coming weeks. This includes further detail on the new note designs, enhanced anti-counterfeit features, and how automated systems like ATMs and online banking platforms will be upgraded to accommodate the transition. Banks will also undergo stress testing to handle the anticipated surge in customer traffic. If the initial rollout goes smoothly, many experts believe redenomination or even a possible revaluation could be on the table in the near future. These developments are exactly what global currency watchers and dinar holders have been anticipating. While it's too early to declare a revaluation, this current step is a crucial foundation. Everything depends on its success. For Iraq, this is a milestone moment. It's not just about changing paper, it's about reclaiming economic sovereignty, rebuilding public trust, and reshaping Iraq's role in regional and international finance. Whether you're living in Erbil or monitoring from abroad, this is a change that deserves attention. It reflects Iraq's intent to move forward, to embrace economic transformation, reduce reliance on external forces, and empower its citizens with a financial system they can depend on. The central bank has made a bold decision, and if its execution matches its ambition, the results could be historic. Before we wrap up, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you see this currency exchange as the beginning of long-awaited change, or do you still have reservations? Drop your opinions in the comments and let's get the conversation going. If you found this update insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Iraqi Dinar News for continuous updates, real-time alerts, and expert perspectives on everything shaping Iraq's financial future. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, when it comes to truth and transformation, Iraqi Dinar News is always watching.